Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what up, family? What's going on? It's Ty from No Picks Podcast.
Good evening, family. Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, so today we got some more Philly content to react to. All right, so Joe, as you know, Kensington Zombieland, is a big issue, bro. That shit's like world famous now. Like people see the clips all over TikTok, Instagram, YouTube or whatever of people just being zombies and basically being asleep on their feet, due to that the opioid stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna play a clip and you and I are gonna react to it.
All right.
Happening now, millions of dollars coming to Kensington. The money is part of a settlement to improve the city's poorest neighborhood, in part by the opioid crisis.
Our Cheyenne Corinne has more on what this money will be used for specifically.
A lot of children and babies can't play outside or go to school if you got to step over bodies. Watch people shoot up.
People who live in Kensington say they have long felt their voices haven't been heard when addressing issues in their neighborhood. The Kensington planning process say they recognize this and are taking a different approach.
The only way to address these is through truly collaborative, community-driven, comprehensive, and trauma-informed approaches.
This effort included hearing from more than 600 residents about the issues that impact them most. The feedback was compiled into a report which shows safety and housing security are their main concerns.
Drugs. Because by the use of the drugs, it creates homelessness. It creates crimes. It created a whole unsafe environment for everybody involved.
We recognize that many of our residents are at a severe risk of being displaced. And it's not just displaced by the pressures of sort of the opioid epidemic that we're experiencing, but also by some of the potential progress that is coming.
To tackle this, $7.5 million in opioid settlement funds will be used to improve the quality of life for Kensington residents. $2 million are allocated for home repairs and $1.5 million for eviction and foreclosure resources.
We don't have an income guideline. Other programs do, which, knock off a lot of people that really need the money, but because they set our income guideline, now we can help you.
President Guillermo Garcia worked with local nonprofit Impact Services on repairing nearly 20 homes and says there's a lot more homeowners that could benefit from the assistance.
I know a lady on my block where she has a tarp on her ceiling because the water is coming down and it's coming out the back door.
The program has helped me in ways that you guys will have no understanding.
Some of the money will also go towards improving parks and rec centers in the area, but the work isn't finished. Organizers are asking the community to continue to be engaged in the conversation and provide feedback to help officials outline solutions and the best use of resources.
Let's keep on doing this because it's going to be a great neighborhood.
In Kensington, I'm Cheyenne Corinne, Fox 29 News.
Man. All right, Joe. So, listen, you just saw the clip. What's your thoughts? What you think?
This one hits close to home. Family, I don't know if I ever shared this, but a few years ago, I won a house in a settlement. And there was this fraudulent company coming into the Kensington area and giving people these fake rent-to-own contracts. So people got caught up in a class action lawsuit, and my mother was one of those people, and I had my name on a rent-to-own agreement for her, and we won the house paid in full. Right, so I own a property in that area. The library that they showed, McPherson Square, I was actually at that library this past weekend with Kira, with my daughter. It's open now on the inside. They had a jazz band playing, but this is kind of my neighborhood, right? And my mother has lived in this area for maybe 15 years now. So I know the Badlands, bro. Two of my brothers graduated from Mastbaum. They all went to Conwell Elementary, which is. I know the area, right? So I am happy to see that finally we're getting some positive attention, right? Because people are quick to talk about Raccoon City, Zombieland, the epidemic, the fentanyl, the trank came into everything, like the litter, the tent community. So I'm just happy that finally Mayor Parker, listen, thank you. Right, bro? She came in with all these executive orders and said she was trying to do this, that, and I see it happening. It's not just talk. So first and foremost, mad props and respect to Mayor Parker, because she said she was going to try to address this, and I think this is a great start. something. I know that she was trying to also shut down businesses after 11 o'clock because some of the fiends were like gravitating towards these stores that were open late at night. And we talked about that before. So she's trying to do that too, where they're shutting down stores at 11. They can open up again at 6 to kind of deter people from congregating around and selling drugs and buying drugs at night in those areas. I think this is great, bro. I think this is great. I really wish that before they was kicking the people in the tents out, they were like, you can't just prop up a tent on a sidewalk in front of somebody's house or business, and it was kicking them out, but they came back. And then when the wintertime, they make bonfires. So they be out there in front of businesses just setting stuff on fire, wood, trash, litter to keep warm, but it's in front of businesses, bro. Like this, like, bro, it's bad out here. It's bad out here. So I'm like, how is that not a hazard? What if that fire gets out of control or it's uncontained and it burns down we live in row houses, so you burn one building, you're gonna burn a couple buildings because we're all connected with the row house. So like, how is that? For me, it's like a hazard, right? You can't even get up to the SEPTA stops, K&A at the Allegheny stop, the Somerset stop. It's disgusting. The elevator smells like piss. The fiends stink. The tent communities are all around there. The broken syringes and the needles are everywhere. It stinks. If you get on the train from the Frankfurt stop, which is the furthest on the east, as soon as you get towards the like Margaret Orthodox or like Tioga, you start seeing the fiends get on, and the whole vibe just changes for like a good 5 or 6 stops, bro. Like you can't wait to just get past the BS to get ready to get on a Spring Garden in Girard. You know what I mean? Because it's horrible. It's horrible. So I know I'm passionate about it, bro. I'm sorry, I might be talking a little too much, but like businesses are struggling. Like businesses are, you would think, why would somebody want to open a business there? Well, why not? It's a neighborhood. It's a potential real estate. Granted, it sucks right now, but like it's deterring customers. Business owners are like frustrated because they can't get the zombies from in front of their crib. The street sweepers come out every week, bro. Sometimes twice a week, and they clean up the litter. The fiends mess it up within hours. It's a running joke now. They'll come in, they'll sweep. It looks nice in the morning. When I drop my daughter off, we got to drive past it at 7 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and then by like noon, it's trashed again. They trash it again. So the city is putting in concerted efforts to fix the area, bro, to address the litter. They go to the parks and clean up the syringes so the kids can play there. And remember, I told you before, and I'm gonna say it now because we lost the episode, but I was at, I work out at one of the playgrounds, and a couple times when I was there were dead bodies at the playground, and the cops come in, they got the van, they wrapped up the body, literally underneath the slides, like underneath the playground, the equipment where the kids play, wrap the body up, drill him off, and I'm like, he's dead. Like I see dead bodies often in this neighborhood, and it makes me uncomfortable. But I've also been conditioned now because you see people and you're like, oh, he's clearly dead. He might be asleep, but sometimes you're like, no, bro is dead, and you just walk past. You're like, all right, keep it moving. And there's dead bodies all around the neighborhood. It's crazy.
So you see the people that you see online or whatever that be like sleep, but they be like standing up. And shit. How the fuck is that? How is that like humanly, physically possible?
I don't know, bro. They just won't fall. Don't tip forward. Don't do the Michael Jackson joint and like lean forward, the smooth criminal, but they won't fall, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know what it is. I've said this before, and these motherfuckers love ice cream, bro. They be in the stores buying up all the ice cream, the crazy vanilla, the chocolate. They love, I don't know what it is about coming down from the trank and from the fentanyl, but they just love ice cream, bro. Hey, love what? Mr. Softy's making a killing, bro. Cause yo.
So let me say this. You get back to it because you got way more to say than I do about this shit, right? Yo, let me say this. I got 2 points, right? One, I'm glad that when I saw the $7.5 million on a title, I thought they were going to be like giving it towards like but like helping the fentanyl epidemic or whatever, right? But I'm glad that they're all damn near all that money is going towards the residents in that area.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a good thing because like the people that have stake in that area need help.
Right.
They need to fix their fucking roofs. They need to do X, Y, and Z because that's the right thing to do, right? They're the taxpaying citizens that need to be looked after. And I think that's cool for Mayor Parker to to funnel those funds to that effort, right? The second thing, I'm glad that the majority of it doesn't go to the fentanyl epidemic relief. Why? I just listen. When crack was big in the 80s and 90s, all the white people said, just don't do crack. Don't do drugs. It'll fry your brain. It'll be, you know what I mean? It'll ruin your life, right? Now that y'all got some opioid issues, I'm not trying to hear help us out, give us all this money. No.
Right.
I'm going to tell you the same thing y'all told us back in the 80s and the 90s. Just say no to drugs.
Just say no.
You don't need any money.
Yeah.
Here. Don't do drugs, because guess what? I wish I had a pan. This is your brain on drugs. Flip the fucking egg. Yeah, you're fucking frying your brain. Yeah, remember that shit? You didn't care when we was frying our brains 30 years ago. But now you want some understanding. No.
Right.
Fuck you. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, take all that 7.5 million, give it to the people. Right, give it to the people in the area. Let them fix their roofs that was leaking that my man was talking about. Let them fix their porches and shit like that.
Yeah.
Give them a gate, right? Pay for a fucking gate so y'all can't go in there and fuck with their shit and try to turn on their the front hose shit so you can drink some fucking water out the joint. No. Don't touch none of their shit. Put a gate there. Put a fucking moat there. Put an alligator in that bitch.
Bro,
right?
one day I walked up to my house one day and there was a fiend because we had Christmas lights up, so some of the power the sockets were outside, like the extension cords. This fool was standing next to my gate charging his phone on one of the outlets that the Christmas lights was on, and I walked up and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, man, I just want to charge my phone. I was like, yo, get the fuck off my property, bro. Like, that's how bad it is, bro. Like, these niggas be everywhere, bro. Like, you just reminded me of that moment where I walked up and he's just charging his phone in front of my fucking house, and I'm like, oh, fucking Zombieland. I hate Zombieland.
So you should pay more money in electric because this motherfucker.
Bro, it's a mess out here. It really is like the freaking Wild Wild West. Like, it's wild. And you're right. I'm happy that they're giving this money to the community too, because I don't know how. I mean, it's like a bubble, right? And outside of the bubble where the the opioid epidemic is, they're building all around it, bro. If you cross Lehigh, when you go into like Fishtown, or like if you go up Allegheny towards Aramingo, like Port Richmond, if you go in any other direction, if you go towards Front and Girard, and now you're heading towards like our Northern Liberties, all that is like in close proximity. But it's like I don't know, there's like an invisible boundary where like the fiends just won't cross over, the drugs don't go over. I don't know how they keep it out, but like it's a bubble and they're building up all around. So I'm happy to see that there's some money coming into the residents here to build this neighborhood up too, bro. Like,
know what surprised me the most? When I went to your crib one time when we first started doing the podcast, our very first episode, remember?
I remember.
I was, bro, what surprised me the most about being in that area was that most of the fiends were white.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I thought they would be black.
Me too. Then I'm seeing more black and Hispanics now, but for even 15 years ago, before fentanyl was a thing, when they were just doing like the heroin and the regular dope, not the heavy duty stuff, it was still mostly white people.
Mostly white.
It was still mostly white people. But now I'm starting to see a couple more brothers and Latinos, but like it's still overwhelmingly white. It's still overwhelmingly white.
It's not. That area ain't even a white area. Why the fuck are they in that area, bro?
It's surprising. I don't listen. Yes, and remember, they're not all from Philly. They're not even all from Philly. People come from Jersey. People come from Bensalem County. People come from outside of Philly to come here and get high. This is like the spot. I've literally, when I was driving Lyft, picked people up at K&A and took them to like Jersey or Bensalem or somewhere out like near Neshaminy, because they come here to do the drugs and they'll catch the lifts to go home. And they'll come here to cop and then they'll go back. But they're a lot of them aren't even from around here, bro. So yeah, it's wild, bro. It's wild, bro. And it's overwhelmingly white. I'm not saying why, but it definitely is. So it's interesting to see that. It really, really is. It really is, man. But change is coming. You know, change is gonna come. I see it happening. I mean, I know the house that I currently own now could use some of that money too. You know, it's for renovation. So I'm happy that they're giving something back.
But bro, you should look into it. There might be some kind of grant or something you can apply for.
Listen, now that you put this on to me now I'm like, shit, I'm gonna check it out. I'm about to go to the New Kensington CDC in a couple days anyway, because I got some stuff to turn in, like house related stuff. So like, I'm gonna be like, what's up with the settlement money? Like, can I get some? You know what I mean? I got some patchwork. I can do some stuff too. So, but no, bro, I just want to make this. So, I mean, I want to make this point very clear too, because I've told you this. Like, please, everybody who doesn't live in this area, please understand, we are not all bad people. We're not all ratchets. We're not all toxic. We're not all hustling drugs. We're not all criminals. There are good people living in this neighborhood. Sometimes you just get a bad lot in life and you might have to start somewhere rough, or maybe you were born into a family that started around here, but like there's some good people around here. And the kids, they're good kids. There are good families around here. So before you guys pass judgment on the whole area, just know that there are people who are just trying to survive day to day, ignore all the BS. They aren't taking drugs. They aren't slinging the drugs. Because I get mad at the drug dealers too. Because I get mad at the fiends. But you also got people wearing the ski masks that are supposed to be banned on the corner, hustling the hard shit to the community and destroying the community. Like I don't, they're not off the hook for me. I'm just as mad as them. You guys are pushing this shit into our communities. You know what I mean? Like you really are. But there are good people in these neighborhoods, and that's the biggest thing I want to take from this message too. Like we do need the support. We are just trying to make things work, man. We trying to live our lives despite all the chaos. So there's good people here. Don't forget about them, man.
That's a good
Yeah,
way
this
to
was a
end it.
good
That's a
clip.
good way
This
to
got
end
me
it.
excited. So yeah, so I mean that's what I got to say about it. You. Clearly, I'm passionate, but I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm happy. I'm excited to see what Mayor Parker has in store, what else she has in store, because I appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor Parker.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right, family. Well, listen. So let us know what y'all think. Chime in, especially our Philly people.
Yes, sir.
Listen, we on the move. We mentioned this before. We ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
Engagement is up. Likes are up. Views are up. Listen, we making moves. So like, comment, subscribe. And if there's a topic that you guys want us to talk about, hit us up. Make a comment. And we'll tackle it. I mean, we got
Absolutely.
no picks. Listen, we ain't got no picks. That's what we're here for. So listen, until next time.
Till next time.